What's up guys, it's me Ellie Nightingale and welcome back to another Studio Sessions mini vlog. I've got a bunch of sessions scheduled for this week because next week I am going on vacation. I'm gonna be exploring New York City for a few days and checking out some Broadway shows, and yeah, I'm very excited for it. I'm really looking forward to it. So today is Monday, May 12th, and today I want to focus on adding one more cool element to Peace of Mind and trying to edit the drum tracks a little bit so that it's more interesting. So without further ado, let's get back to the music. First, as always, let's do a quick review of where we left off. So what I want to do is I want to add a little bit of ambience to the end of the track. I want to add a little bit of white noise at the end so that I can almost seamlessly transition to Enter the Dreamscape. Here, I'll show you what I mean. So I had to close out of Pro Tools briefly again just so I could get the sound to come through, but at the very beginning you'll hear a little bit of white noise, so here it is. And then it transitions to music. Okay, so I imported some white noise I used the same stem as my Enter the Dreamscape mix, but I automated the volume just so that it starts out quiet and then gradually grows in volume. And here is how it sounds. And here's how it sounds with the rest of the music. Okay, so now that I've added the white noise, I'm going to take another listen through of this track and try and figure out how I can make the drum tracks sound a bit more interesting, because if they sound the same all throughout, it's just gonna be kind of boring, so I want to figure out how I can change that up a little bit. Okay, so I took another listen through of the song and I decided to edit the length of the little hi-hat track and also bits of the claps track, just to add a little bit of variety in the drum section. So here's how they sound with the rest of the music. Hold on. Okay, so it's starting to get a little bit warm in the studio. It was kind of a warm day today, so I'm starting to sweat a little bit. So I think I'm gonna call it here for tonight, but I will continue to work on this tomorrow. So I will see you all then. All right, good evening. It is Tuesday, May 13th, and like I said yesterday, I was gonna continue working on the drum section of Peace of Mind to try and make it a little more interesting, and I think I'm gonna do that by adding some crash cymbals. So let's get back to the music. Okay, so I added a couple of crash cymbals, one on the right and one on the left, and I added them to a few different parts of the song, and here's just a little sample of what they sound like. And here's how they sound with the rest of the tracks. Okay, that pretty much covers what I wanted to get done in today's session. Just wanted to add a little bit more variety to my drum set, and I think I did that. So I think I'm just gonna leave the track here as it is for now and come back to it later, see if there's anything else I can change. But this week, I think I'm gonna start working on the melodies for Parasocial and Back to Reality. So yeah, I've got another session scheduled for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, so I'll see you guys on Thursday. And hello again. It is Thursday, May 15th? Anyway, now that I remember what day it is, today, I think I'm just gonna get started on the melody to my song Parasocial. For a little bit of context, my song Parasocial is the 9th track on my upcoming album. And if you couldn't tell by the title, it's a song about parasocial relationships. So like the kind of one-sided relationship that a fan would have with a celebrity, where like the fan loves everything about their favorite celebrity, devotes everything they have to them. Meanwhile, their favorite celebrity, on the other hand, doesn't really know that they exist. Like to them, like the fan is just a part of the crowd. So it's a very one-sided relationship. I've even heard some people refer to it as like adult imaginary friends. But it's like in the fan's head, like they've already formed this relationship with their favorite celebrity, and there's a bit of like a blissful delusion to it. So yeah. So I'm gonna boot up my computer, open up Finale, and let's get started with, let's make a melody. Let's put it like that. So for those who don't know, the program I'm using is called Finale, and it's a musical notation software. And that means it essentially allows me to create sheet music, and this is the program that I use to create melodies for my songs. Currently, as of right now, the app Finale is retired. I mean, it can still function on my computer, but the developers behind it have decided to stop supporting it, stop making updates for it. So that means I'm probably gonna have to upgrade to a different notation software sometime in the future, but as long as it still works, then we're good. I also like to have my song lyrics up on the other screen here just as a reference, so I can easily follow along when I'm creating the melody, and yeah. So this is what my music sheet currently looks like, and I'm just gonna take it one note at a time. So yeah. Okay, so I notated the chords of the scale that I'm using, as you can see highlighted right here, and I also grabbed my old music theory textbook from college, just to have a reference as to what chord goes to what chord, and just to make sure that it's theoretically correct. Okay, so I notated a little intro for Parasocial, and this is how it sounds. Okay, so I notated the first verse of Parasocial, and here's a little bit of how it sounds. Okay, so now I've notated the pre-chorus, which starts right around this measure right here. And here's a little bit of how it sounds. And it just picks up into the chorus like that. Okay, it's a little past 8 o'clock and I'm starting to get warm in here, so I think I'm gonna call tonight's session here, and I will be back tomorrow to continue working on this melody, so I'll see you then. Hey guys, I'm back. It's Friday, May 16th. And today I'm gonna pick up where I left off with the melody for Parasocial, so let's get back to it. All right, I just finished the chorus for Parasocial, and here is how it sounds. Here it comes. You know, the nice thing about getting the chorus and the pre-chorus done for whenever I'm composing a melody is that once I get over that hurdle, I just have to worry about like composing the melody to like another verse and the bridge, and the pre-chorus and the chorus are pretty much the same. So it's just a matter of copying and pasting those in the different sections where they belong. So it should be a little bit easier from here on out. I'd say that about wraps up my session for today, but I will be back tomorrow, and then I will try to compose the melody for the second verse and then the bridge, and we'll see if we can get this melody done tomorrow. So I'll see you then. And hello again. It is Saturday, May 17th, and I'm hoping this will be a quick session today. So, like I said yesterday, I'm going to try and work on verse 2 and the bridge of the Parasocial melody. So let's get back to it. Okay, so I finished writing the melody for the second verse. It starts at this measure right here, and I also copied and pasted the pre-chorus and the chorus. Like I said before, it's easy once I get over that hurdle, so I'm going to play a little bit of the second verse for you. I've officially done the melody for the bridge. It starts at around this measure here, and I'm gonna play it a little bit for you right now. Okay, now that I've got the melody composed, I'm gonna listen to the whole song once through just to see if I want to change anything, but other than that, we're pretty much done with the melody. Okay, I took another listen through and everything seems to be good now, but just wanted to show you guys I updated the track list for Hi, I'm Sierra Wolf. I specifically updated the times, so you got all the times listed right here, and I added the one for Parasocial. It's approximately 3 minutes and 19 seconds long, and the total length, if my math is correct, is approximately 31 minutes and 5 seconds as of right now, at least until we compose the melody for Back to Realities, which should be, once we do that, it'll probably be around 35 minutes long, but we'll see about that. And now I'm going to update my progress tracker so that this says melody composed, and then I'm gonna put in melody finished on May 17th. All right, so we got another melody in. I'd say we're making some pretty good progress on this album. I just got one more melody to compose, and then I can compose the outro track, Wake Up, and then I can keep working on Peace of Mind and all the other tracks, and then boom, it'll be done. I'm just looking at my progress tracker, and I'd say I've made some pretty decent progress within the past few months, and I would say filming these mini vlogs has really helped with that, like on the accountability side of things. But yeah, that is my studio sessions mini vlog for this week. So I'll be going on vacation to New York next week, so I won't be in the studio at all. I'll be busy having fun and watching Broadway shows, and yeah. As always, if you liked this video, please leave a like, leave a comment down below, and be sure to subscribe for more. So yeah, thanks for watching, take care, and I will see you next time.